Hi everyone, tis me, TheBetulaWitch. I'm back at it again with another video, and today I will be talking about the energetic forecast for the week of November 18th, I want to say. Such a silly goose. Yeah, it's the week of November 18th. Excellent. So, I'll kind of go over really quickly some of the decks that I'll be using. So I'll be using the Colette Baron Reed Spirit Animal Oracle. This came out recently. It's a really nice deck. I love the packaging. Made a video about it. It's great. I'll be using the Work Your Light Oracle cards from Rebecca Campbell, and I might even use something from the Lunar Nomad Oracle. I've never drawn with this before, but I just feel really called to right now. I might also use this for the full moon that's coming up. So I'm super excited, and I love how just the cards are really nice and big. So yeah, so let's just get right into it. So just off the bat, something that I have been noticing for a lot of us as of late is, what exactly is that, Tatiana? So what I mean by that, I was reading Women Who Run with the Wolves, and there is this story of Vasilisa, who is a girl that's trying to get rid of the too sweet mother and going through this initiation, pretty much of like going into the forest and meeting a wild woman and finding her beautiful, queenly nature, which is absolutely fantastic. So it's what a lot of us are doing, especially within 2018. A lot of people said this was like a horrible year for them, and it's been like really gross, but it's also been like kind of good, and just all of these different things, right? But I think that growth is never like this feels super good like all the time. Like sometimes it's not. Sometimes we're in our feelings, right? And that's okay. But again, what I'm trying to say pretty much is the things that have been going on with us and of how to go forward and getting more in tune with our intuitive selves and trusting ourselves more. One thing too that I was reading about in that book was, taking something simply because it's offered to you for free, and there might be something in smorgasbord of food that's offered to you that you might like, but is it really what you want? Like, yeah, for the moment you might see a couple of things that you like and you're gonna sit there and choose some of these options because it's available to you, but is it really what you want? Is it, sis? So yeah, I feel like this has definitely been like a honing our intuition and kind of getting out of our comfort zone year, to be honest, and also a showing of potential and what is available to us and what's possible for us, which I think is absolutely wonderful. So, without further ado, let me just get right into it. So for the overall energy of this week, I'll be pulling from the Lunar Nomad Oracle. And actually, I have to do something. So normally if my candles are always going anyway, today they are not. So I'm just gonna light some just to help bless the reading. Okay, so sorry about that. That's a little comfortable. So, so the card representing the overall energy of this week is Stars. Yeah, this looks like super duper blue. It's not quite that blue, but it is an absolutely wonderful, beautifully drawn card. So, okay, so the keywords are wishes, hopes, possibilities, guidance, independence, dreams, expansion, and fame. And so I feel like with the Scorpio new moon that we had a while ago on the 8th of November, oh no, I'm sorry, 2 days, maybe that was the 5th of November, and then the 8th of November, Jupiter moved into Sagittarius. So a lot of us could be thinking about expansion, you know, that big Jupiter energy. Fame, some guidance and possibilities, and thinking about again independence. So the story of Vasilisa, all of us can be at some point on that journey. If you guys want, you can just honestly get the book Woman Who Ran with the Wolves and read that book. But yeah, definitely an interesting week of expansion and keeping our eyes and our ears open. There may be opportunities that are going to be really, really good for us, but it might not be exactly what we want right now. But we still gotta kind of hold on, hold back, and just allow things to be. It might not be exactly what we want in the moment, but it could still be something to give more to our potential. So I'm actually not going to read with this for this reading, change of plans, excuse me. But I will still be using the Work Your Light card. So let me pull some stuff for that. A card about the stars, and then a deck for star seeds. Maybe we're on a roll here, guys. So another card for that energy of this week is Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So again, honing in on your intuition, doing what it is that you need to do is kind of necessary at this time. In the story with Vasilisa, she's going through the forest and she doesn't know what's going to happen, but she's got this little doll in her pocket that she consults for like which ways that she should go and which direction she should take. And then she has a task of separating poppy seeds, which are these really tiny black dots pretty much from the earth. And that's a task that Baba Yaga gives her for knowledge pretty much, and knowledge of self and connection with intuitive and harnessing of like this wild, feminine, fiery, amazing energy, right? So she doesn't know how she's going to do it. But the doll says, it's okay. You go to sleep. I got it, boo boo. I got it. And then she goes to sleep. She wakes up the next day, and then boom, everything is fine. And then she gets another task of like cleaning the whole house, which moves around and jumps up and down and spins just because it wants to. And yeah, she's given that other task of like separating mildewed corn from good corn, and just all of these seemingly like wild tasks that she doesn't think, like she's not sure how she can do. She trusts, when she trusts her intuition, everything is okay. And it seems nonsensical and it seems really wild. And she's wondering, like, yo, how is all of this going to come about? But sure enough, it does. And so a lot of what we're feeling right now in regards to like our intuition, it might feel to be nonsensical. It might feel that like some people might say, and including yourself, you might be doubting yourself too, that your dreams are too big and you don't know how you're going to do what you want to do. But there is a way, and we have to hold on and hold out for our dreams and do things because our soul calls for it and not because it's something that is beckoning to us, which I think is also like a phrase from the book Woman Who Run with the Wolves as well. Like, those couple of pages about that story have just been hitting me. So like I'm just, simmering, processing it, and it's been something that I think has been really, really important for us to listen to and to hold on to at this time. So something for, let's switch it up. Let's do something a little different. I normally only do this with my Instagram spreads, but for Monday and Tuesday, yeah. Or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday rather. Here's a card. So trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So again, this is trusting ourselves. Simply put, trusting ourselves, tuning into our intuition. If we knew that everything would go off without a hitch, like what would we do? What would we allow to happen? Like, it's really wild for me just having like that sobering moment where where like everything is coming together in the reading. Like, just goodness me. Okay, so for Tuesday and Wednesday, Keepers of the Earth. Okay, you're not alone, and ancient ancestors, ancient ancestors stand beside you, which I think it's also really cool how they showed this young girl with this older woman, again tying in the theme of ancestors. So we need to also understand that like we're not alone in this. We have ancestors, spirits, guardians, angels that we can count on and that we can call on. So if you're unsure of how to do things, how to go, ancestors light the way. And sometimes people's ancestors are sassy and will kind of drag you a little bit if you're not listening, but they're there, so capitalize on that. Let me see, you could also leave out some water for them because they might be thirsty. And as a thank you for the work that they're doing, you could light a candle for them or whatever it is that your culture has historically done to honor their predecessors. Just kind of do anything that you feel is necessary. But yeah, beautiful thing. So the last for Friday, Saturday. Okay, so I feel like I should be taking all of these cards, so I'm gonna. Yeah. So one is yes, just say yes. And I always say, like, I think this is hilarious that in the guidebook, like a little blurb, a little paragraph or two goes with each of the cards. And for this one, it's just yes, over and over and over again in capital letters. So we just need to say yes to ourselves, yes to our intuition, yes to what it is that we might be needing to do right now. And saying yes to your intuitive nature doesn't necessarily mean an action in the world. So simply like just listening and honing in further on that intuition and acknowledging its existence is something that's really important. And it's going to come through in a very interesting and important way for like these last couple of days for what is this, Friday, Saturday. Another one is don't dim to fit in. So one of the ways that our intuitive nature, our divine essence, especially is stifled is when we dim ourselves, when we downplay ourselves, when we downplay our gifts, when we make it seem like we aren't really all that and a bag of chips, when we make it seem like we don't have anything to offer the world, when we're around people that also make us feel like that want to say that what we're doing isn't valid, that what we're doing doesn't make sense, that what we're doing is just not, isn't right. Like, those are things that are really gonna dim you and bring you down and tear you down. So you need to figure out, I would suggest journaling. That's what I will do. Is journal and figure out what are the ways that I'm, dimming my light to fit in. And I understand that, like, sometimes you might not be able to exactly dress how you want and do everything that it is that you want at once just for the sake of getting from point A to point B. But the goal is to ultimately compromise less and be more of ourselves. This last card here is Mentacon, longing for home and belonging, the original light workers. So this is a starseed card. This is a starseed deck, but this card especially, it talks about beings from other planets who have incarnated here on Earth. It's a starseed card. And a lot of starseeds do not feel a sense of regularity being here, super, super homesick, don't know for where, don't know from what time, but they just know like something is up and I want to go home. But starseeds now are being tasked with making a new home, a new Earth, a new Atlantis, a new Lemuria, a new wherever star system they came from. Like, you've got to sit there and take your vision of heaven and ecstasy and ideals of how you feel things should be and make them on Earth. Like, Earth can be really messed up and a whole mess and a half, but you've got to, like, you can fix it, you can get out of it, you can make something better. So, like, why not do that? So let's do a challenge for this week. I think one of the challenges for this week will probably be just staying grounded. We're probably going to get a couple of downloads this week too, a couple of aha moments, a couple of epiphanies, and staying with that information and with that energy and keep ourselves inspired and grounding that into ourselves is going to be a little hard. So take a break is the challenge. So excuse me. So learning when it is that we need to take a break and reattune ourselves with our intuition. Retune ourselves with what it is that we need to do with a particular mission that we have, some goals that we have, whatever they may be, however seemingly small they are to other people. Getting in touch with ourselves and recentering ourselves for what it is that we want to do might be a challenge this week, because it'll just be difficult, I guess, but it is possible. It is possible to be ourselves, and it's possible to hold on and to be good and to do good, even when everything seems like it's falling down around us and the world is an entire mess and things are just happening that are like really, really wild. There's been some shootings, there's been some wildfires. Someone's probably lost their house. Someone's, probably, well, not probably, but somebody might be entering homelessness for the first time. And then there's the people who are already homeless, like all of these things. And, going about your day-to-day life might be a little bit more difficult thinking about those things, but we've still got to keep our heads up. We've got to do better. We've got to do better for the oppressed and disenfranchised. We've got to do better for ourselves as well and hold space and be active in some sort of way in bettering our world. So with that, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share, tell a friend, let me know some feedback and what you guys think. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.